we leave you, we have a special edition of our TWILA Boost.
At the start of every show, we tell you our mission, to bring Louisiana farmers and consumers together. It's a really tough thing to do because only about 1% of U.S. citizens are actively engaged in production agriculture, compared to about 50% at the beginning of the last century.
So how do we bridge that gap between farmers and consumers? How do we show you the reality of how your food is produced versus what a few radical opponents want you to believe? These are the questions that we strive to answer every single week.
My partner Kristen recently dug a little deeper into this issue by asking several Louisiana farmers what they want you to know, and she put together this video. The video has more than 167,000 views on Facebook and 2,000 shares.
We hope this week's TWILA Boost helps to bridge that gap.
Monsanto has drawn hundreds out onto the streets here in New York City.
Farming is a lifestyle. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. It's something that I believe we all take pride in what we do. We work hard, work a lot of hours, put a lot of our life into this industry.
I would like for someone who's purchasing crawfish to realize that it's not an easy product to grow, but a lot of love goes into getting the crawfish from the pond to the market.
I would just like to think that every time someone takes a bite of food that they would think about that.
A lot of people think that you run a planter down, put it in the ground, you come back a few months later, you cut it, and then you're done, you make a lot of money. And there's not near as much money as it used to be. You know, our income's been almost cut in half, and it's a lot of work put into it.
We're used to working 15-hour days, 14-hour days, 7 days a week. Oil field people say they work 7 and 7. I say I do too. I work 7 days one week, then I work 7 days the next week. It's just the financial stress. And say make it worthwhile. You work every day all year long, and then you start running out of money, or you're running short on money. It takes a bigger toll than anything.
I wish they understood the risk that farmers take. We have no control over the weather. We risk everything every year to produce a crop to satisfy the needs of the American consumer.
When somebody picks up that little packet of sugar and opens it up, they really should have an understanding that it took a lot of hard work and sweat from farmers and their employees that may be local employees or may be employees that's come here from out of country to put that sugar that's pretty and white on our table for us to enjoy.
The farmer today puts his whole life into raising that. Everything revolves around that product. He plans his life around it, his kids, his wife, everything he does is revolved around that. And he's going to do his very best to raise the best that he can for you, for the consumer.
I would say, most people don't realize the technology that goes and the science behind agriculture. The way it's evolved over the last 20, 30 years. So many people these days are, 2 or 3 generations removed to the farm, and it's just a completely different animal. And the GPS technology we have these days, where we can change populations on seed, we can change fertilizer rates without the driver doing anything. The tractor, the software we have is going to do it on its own.
We
do the best practices that we can to grow the food that we can. We want our land to last. We want to be sustainable, so that's how we farm. Everything we raise, we eat ourselves. I feed it to my family. I feed it to my children. It's safe. It's good.
I feel comfortable taking a head of this wheat right now, shelling it in my hand and eating it. So yeah, if I'm willing to do that myself, I would say yes, this crop is safe when it leaves here.
Baby chicks are brought to me when they're 4 hours old. A lot of time, money, and effort is spent in making that environment the ideal environment for that baby chick to get its first meal, get its first drink of water, and get its first breath of air. We monitor the air, we monitor the water quality, all in an effort to raise the healthiest chicken that we can raise. I have to think, I'm not feeding just my family. I'm producing at least 480,000 meals per flock. And I don't want anybody to eat something that's not healthy. And I think that's important for the public to look at it in that light.
You're able to go to the grocery store as a consumer. You're able to go to Walmart, you can go to Kroger, you can go to a local family market, but you have a choice. But that store is always full of food. No matter what you probably want today, it's going to be in a store in your neighborhood. I never want to see our country be like other countries have become over the years, where those store shelves are empty. There's no sense in us being dependent upon foreign food. When we can do it here, we do it better, we do it safe, we do it in abundant fashion that no one goes hungry in this country.